What is up, guys? Steve here. Welcome back to my channel. So we got something going on for you. It's not quite Turo, but it's kind of in the same realm of things. And it's for those of you that are not in the city, not next to airports, where you're thinking, man, I just wish I could get in on this, but I'm just not close enough and the market's not hot enough for me to put cars on there. We got something for you. We've done this once before and we're doing it again. So sit right there and follow along. I'll show you what we got. Make sure you guys click subscribe, like, all that stuff, yada yada. And just check out what I got going on here. Because we go into this, if you're new to this, normally I'm going over Turo, how to handle your fleet, how to make it grow, how to make it run smoothly and properly, yada yada. This time, what I got going for you is RV Share. I don't know if you guys have ever been into this, but RV Share is where you can do the same concept, just like Turo, just like Get Around, Hire a Car, all that stuff. So this is the same thing, but for your trailers, for your RVs, for your coaches, whatever you got. Yes, I know, I get it. Some of this stuff can be way up there in price. Some of it can be pretty cheap in price. It's just like the cars, right? You can go commuters, you can go sports cars, exotics, whatever you want. All depends on what you want to get into. Now, I'll tell you right now, these are a little bit more difficult too as far as storage because they can be bigger, they take up more room, but this is a great thing right here. You can jump in, get your neighbors, get your homies, go to a storage facility, start slapping notes on doors and saying, yo, let's do something together, let's get this thing rented out, it'll help cover your storage fees, it'll cover your payments, whatever you want. Find out ways to broker trailers instead of cars. Kind of a little way to go around this. They're already paying for storage anyway on something that's sitting in the storage parking spot, not making any money, just sitting there collecting dust, getting wear and tear, just sitting there. On top of that, it's taking a lot of money out of someone's account for the payments, and now you're able to help supplement those payments or supplement your own payments. So enough rambling on, let's get right into the screen recording. So right here, these are the simple ways you can do it. You can go as small as these pop-ups, which they tend to do really well. So you can go as small as you want. You can do these pop-ups, which tend to do super well. I mean, look at this, $114, $120 a night. And this is up in Colorado Springs, so obviously it's gonna be market depending. It's just like any cars, it's gonna be the same thing. But here's the deal, you can rent these trailers out and have no issues with it, you know, it's making money. It may not be running year round, it may be a very seasonal thing, but it's still another way to collect money. I don't know, this is an interesting one. That's a true pop-up tent. Check that out right here. Let's go check this thing out. But for 45 bucks a night, you can rent this baby out and you're not quite sleeping on the floor, so that's better than sleeping on the ground right there next to the critters and all that stuff. At least this keeps you elevated a little bit in case it starts raining or anything like that. And I don't know why it's not letting me. Oh, screen recording fail. So there you go, there's that one right there. You can do that. Or you can get one of these pitched roofs. These things are pretty sweet, 95 bucks a night. And really, for the most part, things like this pop-up, this one right here that's going for 50 bucks a night, those things, oops, I just clicked on it. Those things, you gotta figure, you're looking at maybe 5 to 6 grand at most for something like this, and this one's probably a little cheaper than 5 grand, but for that initial cost, that's really not bad. And you're able to get, you know, 85 bucks a night like this guy's asking for, 85 bucks a night, and you can set the same minimums, you can do all that stuff. And the best part is you're not having to go deliver it, you're not having to set it up or anything like that. You will have to kind of show them, it will take a little bit of legwork showing them what's going on, how to work it. But for the most part, they come pick it up from you and they take it off and on their way. Like now there's not a whole lot you really have to do with it. And they go through all the same thing, just like Turo. It's on the site, it's on the app, so everything's covered. There's insurance on that. You can do add-ons and all that. But one of the other things that's nice is say you have one of these pop-ups, but you got something more like I won't say fifth wheel because those things are a little, I would have a hard time trusting somebody with that. But mainly for truck reasons. But these pop-ups, for the most part, any truck can handle them. Now, if you want to get a little bit bigger, now you can really start getting up there in price. Like, check out this thing, 600 bucks a night. That's crazy. Check that out. But, so there you go. There's multiple different ways you can go about this. Multiple different trailers, all that stuff. They even have some teardrops trailers, which is, I love the teardrop because it's a lot less work than these pop-ups like this right here. Let's see if I can find one. Because I remember when I had this clicked on all of these earlier, what did we have? I don't even see it popping up now. It's probably just like this one right here. So we'll go in. Hopefully we got better pictures. Boom, just like that. Look at that, $119. I think you can go pick up one of these trailers for like 6 or 8 grand, I believe. And if you're able to get $119 a night, that's just freaking awesome. And remember, anything can pretty much tow this thing. Shoot, I could probably get this behind my Mazda 6. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not telling you to, and that's not my advice by any means, but I'm saying just about anything can get that, and that's just a little bit more glorified than having to set up a tent. I believe usually there's about a twin size bed in there. Yeah, see, look at that. The inside of this thing, that thing's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That's perfect little, if you're just wanting to get out, bug out. I think that's even got an AC unit right there. But check it out, just like that. Oh man, get out there, get some. And there you go. There's your view right out the door. You got a big old tree and some sky and the forest. So check that out. There's definitely, and that's usually how the back is set up. You got your microwave, your sink, all of your cooking stuff. Basically, this is your kitchen on the outside. It's pretty sweet. I really like these things, and I think they can do really well. But if you don't want to go into something that small, which I like that once again, just because I could probably fit 3 or 4 of those things in a normal parking spot that one of these longer ones would take. But there you go. Anything can tow it. You can take it out, do whatever you need to. And there's just so many different avenues you can go with all this stuff. If you're not in town and people are just trying to get out and get away. Like I said, we dabbled in this before. We had a 32 foot trailer bumper pull, and it did really well. Now, these things do take a little bit more time than working with cars. It's a little bit more work, strenuous, because obviously some people don't know how to tow a trailer. Some people don't. It's all about how much risk you're willing to take, but it can do well. Now, as far as the cars, you know, that's simple. You just, boom, here's the keys, enjoy. Like, everybody should have a license if they're renting. If they don't have a license, then hopefully you guys aren't renting to them. But you know what I mean. You can get in a car, you know how to drive it. Even if you don't know all the fancy buttons and options and all that, you still know park, reverse, drive, neutral, all that stuff, gas pedal, brake pedal, and you don't even mess with clutches unless you got something really cool to rent out. But that's what I'm saying. Cars are they're way easier. You can just leave them. These trailers, they can do very well. And then just remember, on the other side of that, you can also go through and you can do a setup for trailers. You know, you can add all those extras of, hey, these trailers, this thing's gonna be set and it's gonna be ready for you. Just tell me where you wanna go, and boom, there you go. It's almost like having a hotel room, but in the middle of the forest, because everything's already set up. Somebody already comes over there, drops it off, and then at the best part about it, at the end, now they take it away, they clean it, dump it, whatever they gotta do, and you know, from a renter standpoint, that thing's awesome. From a host standpoint, I just look at it as money, right? That does well. I know people that have done very well. They've set up websites, they've set up all this stuff, all this traffic, all this funnel that takes you straight to their trailers, and they have a whole fleet of trailers. It does very well. And remember, on top of this, we are in this day and age where everybody was stuck inside for the full year, the past year, and now they are just going ham. They just want to get out. They want to go camping. They want to go experience life again, right? Which a lot of times, you know, people are just kind of like, before they got, you know, real lazy with it, and nah, we got time. No, now everybody's wanting to get out. That's why the Turo market's going so well. That's why Hawaii, you guys are crushing it out there. But for those of us that aren't as touristy, as much of a tourist hotspot, this is a way to go. You can get a trailer, you can rent out your trailer and make some money on it. So hopefully this helped out a little bit for you guys. It's a little off the beaten path from the cars, from the, you know, renting out the cars, but this is definitely another way to make money, another side hustle that you can do, and quite honestly, you can do really well with these. I'll have to see if I can get my buddy, he has a full fleet of these things out in California, see if I can get him on here and basically kind of interview him on how he went on with all this stuff. But for right now, I'm just throwing it out there, letting you guys know what's out there, what's available. So like, subscribe, share this with your friends. If you guys are interested in it, definitely check these things out. I think this could be a very lucrative thing if you do it and set it up right, especially if you're able to start brokering trailers. So like I said, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Is this idea just kind of totally bogus? Is it just crazy, off the rocker? Let me know. I'm curious, but either way, we will catch you guys on the next one, and I will find more ways for you guys to make cash. Later, y'all.